Gary, how much of a local derby do you regard this as?
I think it's very much a local derby. I think that the fans, when we got the fixtures out, when we knew Swindon were in our league, that was one that they would have been looking for and looking forward to. I think Swindon will as well, because it's near enough a home game for them. I'm sure just as many Swindon fans live nearer us than they do Swindon. I think we've sold our allocation, so it'd be a great for Swindon. So it'd be great atmosphere, good atmosphere. When the away support is loud and vociferous, then normally our crowd compete, which is good. So players enjoy it, managers enjoy it, supporters enjoy big atmospheres, and it's nice that we're going to have one of those on Saturday.
And I know it's a different competition, but in some ways, can the Forest Green Checker Trade game almost be a warm-up for sort of another derby coming, if you like?
No, I don't think so. I think that was a different kettle of fish. Forest Green used it for their reasons, we used it for our reasons. It certainly didn't have the league atmosphere, if you like, even though a couple of bunches of rival supporters, if you like, were bantering each other a little bit, but certainly there's not as much at stake as there is on Saturday when you play in the league. So I think it's a different game. This is our bread and butter, if you like, and this is where we've got to keep our winning run going.
And the likes of Harry Pell presumably will be better for being rested midweek.
Yeah, there was a few we rested midweek, but also we didn't play most of the ones that will be involved on Saturday for 90 minutes. You know, we had to take them off during the Forest Green game. Started with 3 or 4 first team players, finished with 3 or 4 first team players when we switched them over. So they haven't had a hard 90 minutes. You know, so hopefully we'll be flying fit and raring to go on Saturday.
How's Freddie Hines? You said you took him off as a precaution.
Yeah, well, he was struggling with a little bit of a tight hamstring, and we certainly didn't want to keep him out there and lose him to a torn hamstring. So, because that's always the next stage. So we took him off as a precaution, but he did have a tight hamstring. So he's getting a bit of treatment this morning. I'm sure he'll be training. So you know, we probably did it at the right time.
And that goal he got, absolutely fantastic to get him up and running now, because all your strikers are among the goals at the moment.
Yeah, he probably done his hamstring in a celebration. That's what happened to Mo the other day when Sellers smashed into him trying to celebrate and doing a triple somersault over him. But anyway, what was the question?
Strikers in good form.
Yeah, yeah, they're in good. That was a good strike. I mean, obviously you've got to do a little bit more than just. I mean, great to score a goal, but you know, everyone's got to do a little bit more than just score a goal, and I think that's what they're all trying to do at the moment. They're all trying to create a situation where they've got to be a constant threat. Our strikers, all teams have got to have a striker that is a constant threat wherever the ball is, and we're still teaching a couple of them to be that constant threat.
Talking of front men, of course, Danny Wright saw red. You said you'd have a look at it. Is there anything more now that you presumably have had a look at it?
Well, I've seen the report, and I don't think it was a stamp, that's for sure. But he certainly maybe could have let the fella. I think it was whether. I don't think it was vicious, but at the same time, he stepped on him. Now, whether that was intentional or not, only Dan knows that in his own head. However, the new rules now of the Checker Trade Trophy are, if you get a red card, you only get suspended for the Checker Trade Trophy games, the next 3. So he doesn't miss any league games, which, you know, he's had a sigh of relief about, because he didn't want to miss the league games, and we didn't want him to miss the league games either. So, but I'll have a word with him, and I've had a chat with him on the phone, but I'll have a word with him today as well, and see if we can't, you know, stop that little shenanigan.